America. Welcome to sports in layman's terms. I'm your guy, Willie Soso. To my left, we have
A work in progress. If you ain't working on yourself, don't know what the fuck you doing.
so eloquent. So eloquent. Anyway, man, y'all know how we do about this time. No coach speak, no media spin, just a bunch of guys at the bar talking sports, just like you. And this week, as per usual, we got a lot going on. We're gonna save the super juicy stuff for y'all, put it right in the middle, get y'all acclimated to what we're talking about. We're gonna start with the MLB though. Major League Baseball.
I would breathe hard too if I'm gonna lose $20.
That's how you really want to start this?
Hey, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
You know my Tigers won today, right?
Yeah, I know they won.
Okay, then. That's 54.
Who's that? The Angels? Something like was.
No, they beat the division leader.
Oh, that's right. They did beat the Twins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. America, for those of you all that don't know.
Barely squeaked it out 8-7. But anyway.
Knock it off. Whip and I have this bet that the Tigers don't win over 71 games. They're on pace to win 76, and he's going to owe me $20. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Los Angeles Angels. Trade deadline came and went. They decided, fuck it, we're going to shoot for the postseason. We're not trading Shohei Ohtani. We're not going to sit and trade away pieces. We're going to go for it. Well, since that point, they've lost 11 out of 14 and are squarely headed for Cancun this summer. Well,
did they really?
They thought they had a chance.
Hold on. I don't know if they thought they had a chance though, but they probably didn't get what they thought they was gonna get in the market for them. So
maybe
put them off.
Maybe, but therein lies the reason that I'm bringing it up. Because they're probably not going. No, ain't no probably about it. They're not going to the playoffs. But as a result of it, and as a result of them not trading Shohei Ohtani, now he's about to hit the market and be a free agent, and he's going to walk from them, and they get nothing.
I don't know if he's going to walk, though.
Not a damn thing.
Because they can match any offer, right?
Nah, I don't know if it's – I don't think that it's like
NFL. But
NFL.
I'm not the contract per se wise, but I'm sure they say, oh, this guy offer you, we're going to offer you too. If they want to really keep him.
Oh, they're going to offer him something, but I don't know if they can. I don't know. Well, I mean, they could. I don't know if they
salary
will.
Cap
right?
In
There's
baseball.
You're right. There's no salary cap. I just don't know if they would. The rumor is that he might be headed to the Dodgers. But fuck all that. He's a free agent. Money talks. And you know who's going to have a whole lot of money?
Boston.
No. Detroit. The Tigers. Now, I'm of the belief.
You're dreaming, but go ahead.
All he could do is say no. Scott Harris, that's the Tigers' president of baseball operations. I need you to put together this package to get Shohei Ohtani here. Now, check this out. Miguel Cabrera, legend.
Yeah.
Go with God, Miggy. Happy retirement. His contract coming off the books. That's 30. That's another 32 mil. They already got a shitload of money. Eduardo Rodriguez, he's gonna be a free agent. In lieu of what he did to my Tigers,
you and
at the trade up, kick rocks. Beat it. Beat it. Especially if we can get somebody that's twice as good as you.
Why could you get both of them though?
They could, but I mean, me personally, I just don't trust E-Rod. I don't. And on top of that, he really ain't been hitting on shit since the trade deadline. Not like that.
Do you think Ohtani would come here?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, let's think about this. Let's think about this reasonably and with some brains here.
Mm-hmm.
You think he would come here? He want to go to at least have an opportunity to go to World Series when him here, he ain't gonna have that.
Well,
I'm not a Tiger fan like that, but I'm not a hater. They're at least 5-6 years away from giving them young kids popping up like they supposed to.
No, they're not 5 or 6 years away. One
I
or
think
two.
so. One or two.
One or two.
Really, you believe that?
Yes.
I think 5,
Yes.
6.
Well, for one, people like Cole Keith, he'll probably be up here next year. Parker Meadows, next year. Max Clark, yes, he's probably a couple of years away. Dingler, the catcher, probably next year.
We'll find out if they progress like you said it was. He might come in there. He might have an opportunity to win here.
But that is my point, because we got a whole hell of a lot of young talent, and we're watching the maturation and the ascension of Riley Green and Spencer Torkelson
one thing
already.
You're not looking at, and one thing you're not considering is he's a hitter and a pitcher.
That's
if
the plus.
He comes to this division,
we make him a DH.
He can't pitch then.
Yeah, he can. Yes, he can. He's been doing it. He's
been doing the games because that's where he's at.
Well, guess what?
The pitcher hits.
He only pitches once every 5 days. He can DH. So all he has to do, pitch once every 5 days and DH. That's what he's doing in LA.
But if he pitch once every 5 days
and
he won't be hitting.
Okay, so he doesn't hit that day. He DHs the other 4 games till it's time for him to pitch again. This is the least of our worries. He's going to play.
I don't know he's going to play, but what does he want to do?
That's what he's doing in LA. On the days that he's not pitching, he's DHing.
Yeah, let's see.
That's a no-brainer.
Even the days he pitch, he hits. He gets hit every game.
Yeah, they're in the American League.
Yeah.
So if they're in the American League, we're in the American League, we could run them the same way that they're running them. And we could pay them more.
I don't know if you pay him, but we'll find out.
Sky Harris, make the deal. Just saying.
Ain't gonna happen.
Hater.
I understand. We ain't never had that type of talent coming in this motherfucker.
Well, we have Miguel Cabrera.
Again, I said we ain't never had that type of talent coming in this motherfucker.
You mean as in the guy who won the Triple Crown? That guy?
Miguel Cabrera's a hell of a player. He ain't no Ohate, though.
Okay, he doesn't pitch. Fine. He's one of the greatest hitters that our generation has ever seen, though. So what are you talking about?
It's questionable. Okay.
That's just hater shit. In other news, this is where the show is going to take a turn for the left, but no worries, we'll bring you back. Keeping with the baseball theme, Wander Franco of the Tampa Bay Rays.
He's done. Go ahead.
Who is an amazing hitter in his own right.
Yeah.
And he's playing for a contender, a major component to the Tampa Bay Rays, is now under investigation for possibly having an inappropriate relationship with a 14-year-old girl.
Is he related to R. Kelly? You knew I was going there, but go ahead. You knew I was going there, but go ahead.
There's apparently a picture circulating on social media with him kissing his girl, and I'm assuming it's supposed. I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming that it's supposed to be a bit suggestive. And of course, you know the internet is going to run with anything they see of that nature.
So we're assuming he kissed it on the lips.
Well, they say it was a kiss on the cheek, but even in that,
come on, that could be his nephew. Needs some shit.
I don't know, man, but we know that this is a PR nightmare. Which is on the night that this whole story broke, they were doing like a Wander Franco giveaway for kids 14 and under.
But see, I hear what you're saying. That's a bad look.
This is a PR nightmare.
But where is the validity on who the female is and what the true relationship is?
Well,
that's all speculation from the media and all speculation from those social media trying to take down a man.
That's why it's an investigation. But
man, please
hold on. We're not gonna act brand new here. You know how this goes.
Yeah,
you know how this goes. Now, whether at present, I don't know whether Wander Franco is complicit, culpable, guilty of anything. I have no clue, and I'm not gonna say that he is or isn't. But America, y'all know how y'all do. Public opinion,
prejudge.
Call it what you like, but public opinion gets folks canceled.
It's bullshit, though.
That fact is
because
bullshit.
When and if or how it turns out to be the wrong kind of a story, nobody apologizes.
Absolutely.
No, he can't repair shit.
Nope. Sure can't.
That's why it's bullshit. I don't think no story should come out about it until they actually do the investigation and shit have no stuff about.
Well, you might want to go and talk to your media outlets because they the one that spearhead these things. They're gonna give you the public, all the information they want and can.
Without
so that
knowing
they
if
can,
it's true.
Don't matter. And we've seen it happen entirely too many times.
I was
in
just
sports,
about to go there.
We done seen it happen in entertainment.
I was just about to go there.
We know how this goes.
You ruin a guy's career in sports. You ruin a guy's career in entertainment. And it turns out that the facts are false.
I tell you what.
And then shit happens.
God rest his soul. Michael Jackson had to go to court twice.
Don't go there.
He did.
Don't
he had to go to
there.
court twice.
So you believe Mike?
Hold on. What I know for a fact is he was acquitted twice. Reputation. Shot the shit.
Because I'm saying I like Mike. And it was greatest entertainers of all time.
Hold on. Stop and pause, because these are your words.
I'm about to say
these are your words.
Yeah.
They prejudge.
But they did.
Then it comes out he was acquitted. Wander Franco may very well be exonerated of this entire case.
So now
it's not going to stop people from calling him things like a pedophile and a predator.
I hear what you're saying. You're absolutely correct. But you're picking oranges with apples now.
How so?
I'm going to tell you why. Mike, in Mike's situation, there was factual evidence of what the fuck he did. Even though he got acquitted.
Hold on. What factual evidence of doing what?
All the kids he brought to
Neverland. And that means that he did what?
I mean, he's around them kids.
Okay, so being around kids is illegal?
Well, Mike would have been.
No. See, that's that bias. That's that prejudging shit. That is exactly.
I prejudged Mike. That you're right about that one. I did.
And that's that bullshit that you was talking about right there.
But this one is a picture. Nobody got no real information.
And nobody had no real information about if or not Mike was molesting kids.
Let me ask you a question though.
Do you have any factual evidence that Michael was molesting any children?
I was never there.
You have any factual information came out
that never be released.
Okay, then
the case was shut down,
and he was acquitted.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. OJ is acquitted too. You believe he killed that girl?
I do.
He was acquitted.
I do believe it, but that once again, the facts or the facts of the case, the facts
don't fit.
Hold on, the facts of the case said that the man was acquitted. So
the idiot,
it should have been that.
The idiot prosecutors lost that one.
You know what? Hey, listen, they put Mark Furman on that stand. That was their fault. But my point is this: regardless of what the legal outcome is, the man's name is tarnished.
That's
for the rest of eternity.
I think it's a bad move on people.
So
I think we should learn from the past to do some of that shit.
We don't. We won't. We can't, because we enjoyed hailing and nailing superstars. But on a lighter note, let's talk some football. We all know that football is king. Zeke got a job, y'all. Zeke Elliott got a job. And for the record, if you've been watching the show, I said it. I said he was going to the Patriots. He went to the Patriots.
Sad.
For $6 million.
I got 8.6.
No. He got 6.
Oh.
The person that got 8.6 million was Dalvin Cook. He went to the Jets. Both 1-year deals. Nowhere near what they were looking to get on the open market.
But hold on. Let's think about this. If I recall reading my articles correctly, I don't think Zeke had a number. He just wanted a fucking job because nobody was really looking at him.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure he wanted more than $6 million.
Yeah, I'm settle for $6 million. It's kind of like a fucking slap in the face,
right?
Because all you're doing now is setting the bar for the people who are coming after you.
Which is the next question: do you think that they undercut themselves in this so-called struggle that these running backs were having in an effort to get paid more or get paid their worth?
Well, I know for a fact, and I know and you know, Zeke undercut himself big time. Big time.
Actually, we don't know that. You might know that. I think that
you
Zeke
know that too.
No, because I think that Zeke was washed. I think that Zeke was lucky to get $6 million.
He didn't been in the league in 10 years. He washed?
Yes.
He had that bad injuries.
I think he was washed. Dalvin Cook, on the other hand, settling for the 1-year 8.6. That feels like he undercut himself. But
But we don't know the true terms of the contract. Is it 8.6?
Like, is it up to?
Yeah, is it up to,
or with incentives?
Some incentives on top of that one?
The number that I saw was 1 year, $6 million for Zeke. I don't know if that's with incentives, and it was 8.6. I don't know if that's with incentives or if it's up to this or up to that. I'm not sure.
Either way, quarterbacks are making 30 to 40 million a year. Linemen making 20 million a year, and all the other positions they in the 15, 20 million a year range. You taking 8.6 is a slap in the face.
I do, especially for a premier running back like Dalvin Cook. I mean, and even though I think he's washed, I know Zeke is a name, and everybody don't feel the way I feel about him. So that might have been an undercut for him.
But like I said many shows ago, and I'll repeat it again, running back position is watered down. They can get a motherfucker off the street to do
it. You're not going to get somebody to do what Zeke can do. You
said he's washed.
I think he is, but you say he does. You think he's still a premier back.
Whoa. I didn't say premier back. I think you offer some more stuff though.
Okay.
Than a wash guy.
I don't think that a premier back, whomever it may be, whether it's Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, they just don't grow on trees. You don't just get one of them every draft.
It's the system.
No, that's bullshit.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out when he goes to the Jets if it's the system or not. Because he was a bad man in Minnesota.
And he's going to be a bad man in the Jets.
We're going to find out. I'm telling you, it's the system. Nah. And that was proven back in the day when...
no, because back in the day, they were getting paid.
Oh, so they were
getting paid.
I mean, the system, when Terrell Davis went out...
Terrell Davis was getting paid market
I ain't talking about money, but I'm talking about system. When Terrell Davis went out, they plugged somebody else in there. He did the same fucking thing Terrell Davis did.
And he got paid too.
They talking about the money. I'm talking about it's the system to make him look good.
But we are talking about the money, and that's why we're sitting here having this conversation. We're not talking about how they perform because quarterbacks are out here underperforming and getting paid every day.
You leave then you don't out of this.
I will not, because that is a travesty. But my point is they're still not getting paid what they should get paid.
I agree with you, though.
And this right here, these two signings undercuts that premise. It undercuts that effort to get paid what you're worth.
But I agree with you on the payment, but I'm just saying this, that if they pay on these other people and the average in the league is 15 to 20 million, that's the average, not take out the quarterbacks, everybody else, 15, 20 million for the spot. They just saying fuck running backs. That's all they saying.
That is exactly what they're saying. And the running backs, for all intents and purposes, are cowering down to it. Saquon did it for 1 year, and that's unfortunate.
Either get replaced or play.
Saquon did it, 1 year deal. Dalvin is doing it, 1 year deal. Zeke doing it, 1 year deal. So maybe that's the way they looking to combat it. Maybe the running backs are just going to be a revolving door where they literally go from 1 year deal to 1 year deal and get as much as they can at least
like
for the year.
A washed up NBA player going from team to team for 1 year.
Maybe.
Maybe
except actually getting paid at least decent. Maybe.
We disagree on this fact that even you think you premier back, I think you plug anybody in that fucking system and they can run that fucking ball. But I still think that if you're going to average the pricing of pay people pay in 50-20, they should be in that range as well. That's what I believe. Even if they is washed or even if they are a premier back. But even if you're not a premier back, but you a decent, comparable back, you should still be getting paid. And I'm all for them getting paid.
I'm for if you are a premier back, you should get paid. I'm not saying that everybody is supposed to. You're not just supposed to be handing out $40 and $50 million contracts to everybody.
Right.
I'm not saying that. But one, if they could just hand out random 40 and 100 and $200 million contracts to quarterbacks that don't deserve it, then they could at least hand out. Once
again, sir, I'm going to ask you to leave Daniel Jones out of this.
It's funny that you always go back to Daniel Jones because you know how bad.
I know what you're talking about. Because hold on. Even though he's the starting quarterback, I agree with you. He ain't done shit to earn that money.
And it's a few of them.
He ain't been in no playoff. He ain't got no playoff run. He ain't won a division.
It's a few of them.
Well, I don't know. I like Dak, man. I can't go against Dak.
See, you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly all the ones you're talking about.
Okay, then. So let's not do that.
And to me though, It's a slap in the face to the premier quarterbacks when them motherfuckers like that get it.
Exactly.
And you're like, why the fuck he so close to my pay?
Exactly.
And that motherfucker ain't done what I done. I won 2 Super Bowls.
This is my point.
That motherfucker close to me? If I was Patrick Mahomes, I said, look, y'all can give me $500,000 every year.
That is my point. That's my point.
But it is what it is.
But let's talk more football. So, got a couple first real set of preseason games under our belt. Our Lions beat the New York Giants. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Well, let's get to the takeaways. What did you take away? First off, did you even watch the game?
You know how I feel about preseason?
You didn't even watch the game?
I did watch it.
Okay.
I didn't want to.
Okay.
But I had this giddy feeling. I got to see something. Even though it's not the starters playing.
Right.
Let me see something.
Right.
So I watched probably the second through the fourth quarter. I didn't watch the first quarter.
Okay.
I like the defense. I like that defense that was on the field against the Giants. That's not our starting defense.
No.
But I like that defense. Campbell, man, he was a beast. He was a beast in that game.
Jack Campbell.
He was a beast in that game.
The person that stood out the most to me was Brian Branch.
He was a beast in that game.
He was a heat-seeking missile. And what I liked about him the most was what he did on that field last Friday. I saw him do the exact same thing when he was at Alabama, which lets me know the learning curve is not going to be a problem for him.
But like I say, I liked what I saw. I really liked the fact that I forgot who the quarterback was in the fourth quarter. What's his name?
Adrian Martinez.
That boy impressed me.
Did he?
He impressed me.
He did not impress me.
He had a decent arm. He ran when he's supposed to. He got them down there and got the touchdown.
So I seen Adrian Martinez play in college, and the only thing that impressed me, because what he did is the exact same thing he did in college, with one thing missing. On that last winning drive, normally Adrian Martinez would turn the ball over because that's who he is. Now, if they can fix that about him, then we have a new mobile quarterback.
Let's think about this. Hold on, let's think about this now. Let's think about it. He ain't gonna be on the team. They only gonna hold they get the whole extra, so they're gonna hold 3 quarterbacks. If he do make the team, he'll be on the practice squad.
And that's cool. That's cool. But I think he'll get the nod ahead of Nate Sudfeld.
Really?
I do.
Nate Sudfeld played a pretty good game.
He did?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say all of that. Huh?
He threw the interceptions?
He threw 2 of them. Nate Sudfeld did.
Who was the first quarterback? That one?
Nate Sudfeld.
Oh, I'm gonna be the second one then. That second guy's watch.
Yeah, Nate Sudfeld. And then they put in Adrian Martinez.
No, they had 3 players in that game. You know the third guy?
No.
Man, I'm gonna watch the wrong guy. I didn't watch Martinez to the end though. I liked him.
Well, we'll see about him. I could develop him some more, and we'll see. Now let's go ahead. Let's stop beating around the bush. Jameson Williams. Everybody has been here in Detroit. That is one of the most polarizing figures in Detroit sports right now. Some people love him. Some people have drawn a narrative that he's a bust already, although the man has barely played at all. He was hurt last season when we drafted him. He played a total of 6 games and sparingly then. And then
he gets suspended.
He gets suspended, so there's that. Plus a bunch of other BS that they try to put off on him to say that he's some type of malcontent or he's some type of diva or has some type of behavioral issues going on. All garbage. But nonetheless, he goes out and he did not have that great a game, which simply added to the narrative. Now, you going to overreact like everybody else is?
Nope. My reaction to Jameson Williams is, like I say, he just need a little time on the field. He won't get to play the first 6 games. The jury's out on him with me. I gotta see something. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing to make me say no fuck him, but I ain't seen nothing to say that's the man gonna be our leading receiver. So the jury's still out on me.
I agree wholeheartedly. I really can't even add nothing to it. I'm not even really concerned about Jameson Williams until week 7.
Yeah.
Nah. Just
now,
so
if
happens.
go out there and blow a motherfucking Achilles, he's fucking done with me.
Well, speaking of blowing an Achilles, he didn't blow an Achilles, but today in practice,
man,
he tweaked his hamstring. We still don't know the severity of it.
Is he gonna be one of them injury-prone motherfuckers?
I'm still not worried until I hear official word about what happened to him.
He got 6 weeks to recover. My fault.
But
I'm
not. Hopefully, he won. I'm not concerned about Jameson Williams at all, especially not like how the local media is. I think he'll be fine. Now, if after the suspension he comes back and he's garbage, I'll take it there. I'll take it there. But until then, I have nothing to worry about with J-Mo.
After suspension and he garbage 4 games in a row, I'll take it there. Fair. I'm not gonna say him after the first game. He still got to get acclimated to the system. He really has to play with a?
I agree.
With
golf.
Yeah, you had to play with golf. I don't know if he know the playbook like he's supposed to because he ain't been out there we're supposed to see. So we'll see.
I agree. So we'll see. That's where I'm at with it. Speaking of we'll see, America, if you like football like we like football, I know at some point in time in your past, you saw the movie The Blind Side. Well,
we're going to disagree on this one for sure, but go ahead.
Turns out that there could have been some malfeasance going on with regards to the real story behind Michael Oher and his adopted parents. I still can't get the Tohees. Is that how you pronounce that name? The
Tofis,
whatever their name was. The family that took Michael Oher in when he was
T-O-P-H. PH is F, so T-O-P-H.
No, it's T-U-O-H-Y. Toy. I don't know. But according to Michael Oher, he's suing them because he says they never actually adopted him. Said they tricked him into signing paperwork which gave them a conservatorship over him, for which they went, brokered the deal to make the movie, made millions of dollars, and didn't give Michael Oher a dime.
So I'm actually let me investigate this as an investigator. A couple of questions because I don't know the answer to this question, but you may know him. How old is Michael Oher now?
I'm going to assume Michael Oher is somewhere in his late 30s, early 40s.
Yes. He's out the league right now, right?
Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late 30s. When was this movie made?
I'm going to say somewhere around 15 to 20 years ago.
I mean, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, now he got an attitude?
Yep.
And all of a sudden, he just figured out that he signed a conservatorship?
According to the report, he found that out in February of 2023.
Let me ask you a question. As a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
And the movie came out. And you saw it do as well as you did. And you ain't see no hand
Academy
money
Awards. Yep.
You see no money in hand. Wouldn't you start that back then?
Yep.
So what made it happen now? That's my question.
I don't know.
You a grown-ass man. You saw what that movie did. You saw it generate all that money, and you ain't get no dime then. What the
I'm going. You think I'm going to disagree with you? I don't disagree with you.
And I'm saying he should have got paid. It's his story, so he should have got some money.
I agree.
And I understand this fact. They were grown. He was a kid. They could have tricked that motherfucker to sign anything. I believe that. But I'm not gonna wait 25 fucking years.
Agreed.
Even if I play in the NFL, give me my fucking money.
Agreed.
And then at what point as a grown ass man you figure out, they made me sign that shit when I was a fucking teenager. You don't wait till you fucking out of the league 25 years later,
bro. I agree wholeheartedly with what you said. But my question is, did it actually happen though? Nah. We know why he's doing it. I'm gonna go out on a limb. The money ain't money as much as it used to.
Right.
So now he's looking for the new payday. But that is not to say that what he's saying isn't true.
I didn't say it was true. In the articles that I have read about this situation, he had requested them pay him $15 million, and they hadn't paid him. So that at that point, he's like, "Yeah, I got no money."
Now that is the latest article, which was the Tohees clapping back.
Right.
The initial article, they weren't available for response. Now, through their lawyer, they said that he was pretty much blackmailing them. Like, if y'all don't pay me this money, I'm gonna make this public. And that's
It's
what
not
has
a
happened.
blackmail if it's true. It's
Well,
facts at that point.
you get what I'm saying.
I'm not saying, but it's not a blackmail if it's true.
No doubt.
My thing is this: if when you
or extorting, whatever term you want to use,
when you have to go to a lawyer to release a statement about this shit, you're already in the wrong.
I ain't gonna say that.
In this situation, you already in the wrong.
Well, once again, we back to public opinion.
It's not public opinion.
I don't.
The man came out and said this, and this. You didn't abide by anything he asked you to. You ain't giving the money he said, and now you got a lawyer. What do you got a lawyer for if you fucking right?
See, that's not a fact. That is literally optics. That is literally an opinion. That is literally public opinion. And I'm not saying that I don't disagree with you, because I don't disagree with you. But it is something that has to bear itself out in time, and it's a lot of moving parts that go along with it. Like, why did you wait until now to say something?
Bottom line is, when the evidence come out, the true evidence come out, they'll know the truth.
Well, that's the way it always goes.
How they say? Follow the money. You get the truth.
That's the way it always goes. And sure, it's really a simple fix if you go and look at the expenditures and the proceeds and where they went. If didn't any of it go to Michael Orr, then we know that he was telling the truth.
You in your mind think he out of money now, so he going after these people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He made pretty good money in the NFL career.
I'm sure that doesn't mean he managed it well.
You're right about that.
That does not mean he managed it well.
Was it Antonio Walker? You're right.
And to be very, very fair,
to
give you an answer to why he didn't say anything earlier, because he was filthy fucking rich at the time. And he didn't care. And he was cool with the money going wherever it was going. But now that the money is dried up, and this is all speculation, now that the money has perhaps dried up, now we got to look for his new cash cow, and there it is.
I'll say this. In this whole story, I believe him. I believe what he's saying. That's in my opinion. But I don't agree with how long it took him to get to this point.
I'm with you.
Like you say, if he had his money and all that stuff, cool. But if I got my money, I want that money too, because that's what I deserve.
Hey, listen,
I'm gonna wait 25 years.
I'm with you. In America, put a pin in this, because this is probably the most you ever gonna see me and this man agreeing on anything.
That's a damn show. I think I'm sick.
But let's move on to something else that hasn't got a whole lot of a run on sports talk, because, well, NFL is king. And that is James Harden for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Ooh, man.
So here's what happens. Last season ends. Everybody was expecting James Harden to opt out of his contract. He said, nope, I'm going to opt in, cash in on his $35.6 million that 76ers is going to owe me for the next season. I believe the reason that he did that is because he knew good and hell well didn't no team want him. So let me go and get this money that's on the table over here. Well, the way it was supposed to go was he opts in, and the 76ers were supposed to trade him. Well, over the weekend, the 76ers, the president, Daryl Morey, specifically, said, well, yeah, we're just going to ride it out with James Harden. We're going to take him off the trade block. To which James Harden said, oh, he's a liar, and I'll never play for the 76ers. So now we have a shit show.
Had a shit show when it started, but okay.
Yeah, no, we got a real shit show. This is Act 2.
Well, I'll say this about this, man.
Just one other tidbit of information that I found ironic. Do you know where James Harden was when he said Daryl Morey was a liar and that he never played for that organization?
In Houston.
No. He was in China.
I ain't that a bitch.
He was in China. Why is this relevant or interesting? At least it's interesting to me. Because you know who got into hot water a couple of years ago talking about China?
Robin.
Wrong.
Who?
Daryl Morey.
Ain't that some shit?
Yep. So now here we are. At a stalemate for all intents and purposes.
Not a stalemate.
Where are they gonna trade him to?
They gotta trade him.
They just gonna eat this 35 mil?
Yeah, no, that motherfucker gonna play like he signed that game contract.
Do you really want a man that has literally said, "I don't want to play"?
I am tired of motherfuckers signing contracts and then demanding the league.
You gonna make him play?
You're damn right.
How?
Get your ass on that court and play. I'm paying you $35 million. And then fuck up if you want to.
Well, guess what?
I sue you, get all that fucking money back.
Yeah. So what happened with Ben Simmons when they tried to pull that bullshit?
Ben Simmons played the different card though. He played the my back hurt, my head hurt, and all that stuff.
So you telling me that James Harden has a whole template for how to make this shit work?
No, I'm saying he ain't never complained about that. Ben Simmons didn't complain about that before he got hurt. He had them issues. He ain't never complained about that. He can't play that card.
Oh, sure he can.
It won't fly.
Because Ben Simmons wasn't the first person to do it. He won't be the last. And I guarantee you, if James Harden goes in the motherfucking training camp, something gonna break on him. Something gonna hurt. And with Ben Simmons, the crazy part about Ben Simmons, he literally said his problem was mental.
Yep.
And sat out. And they had to pay him. They wind up having to pay him. They're going to wind up having to pay James Harden.
And he gonna play.
And what they need to do is just go ahead.
I'm confused.
They need to go ahead, bite the bullet, take the loss on the trade, and get rid of the dead weight.
First of all, I'm confused on something. I thought Daryl Morey and James Harden were buddies.
Clearly they not. He called the man a liar, said he never played for the organization that he ran.
He played for the motherfucker twice. He asked to go there because of him.
And now he said he's not playing. The man said that he's a liar.
If you signed you shouldn't have signed the motherfucking extension. Now I can see him signing extension if Daryl Morey said, you know what, sign the man, we'll trade you, blah blah blah, whatever.
That's probably why he's calling him a liar. Because
but
so then that would actually make Daryl Morey a liar.
No, hold on. That's one. Because if he tried to get some shit for him and nobody, what the fuck, like, what I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do?
Well,
I can't trade for peanuts.
You could.
I don't want to. I got 35 million books.
Then here we go with shit show Act 3.
Nobody would have picked up the 35 million.
Yeah, somebody would have picked up 35 million. 35 million ain't shit.
It ain't, but nobody would pick up for him. No. The no-show guy?
You could literally get a bunch of other people off your books, make it worth your while financially. Now, in this whatever trade proposal might occur, oh yeah, Philly gonna take it. Philly gonna take it right up to you know what. But they get rid of them.
You talk about somebody who washed, that motherfucker's washed.
I don't disagree.
So
but
if I'm in the team, I'm gonna trade for them.
If you want to get rid of him, if you want to get rid of him, you're going to have to take an L on the trade. You got to. Period. Point blank range.
My own personal opinion, I want to trade for that. Got that motherfucker from Brooklyn anyway. I left that motherfucker where he's at.
Well,
he ain't ever proved to me that he's a fucking winner.
Look, that is now water under the bridge. Where we are at now is they got a dude who they're on the hook for $35.6 million to him. And what they need to do, take that L and get rid of him.
No, I blame for that though. I blame Murray. I wouldn't have him sign this. And don't sign shit. Nope, don't sign it.
Well, he didn't. He didn't have it. He couldn't. It was his opt-in clause. Daryl Morey had no choice. But if he said he was going to opt in, he was going to opt in.
If you opt in, then you playing, motherfucker.
Now, that is not how this goes, and you know it.
I'm just saying.
That is not how this
if I'm the Morey, I would have told him this.
Especially,
I'm a trap, but if I can't get you, you're staying.
That is not how this goes.
How we know he said that?
That's not how it's.
Hold on, how you know he said that though? If you opt in, I'm gonna try to get you traded. But if I can't, you stay.
I have to assume how to know he didn't say it, because James Harden came out and called the man a liar. That's how.
So what? James Harden lied about a lot of shit over his career.
So guess what?
The fuck?
We're still at shit show Act 2. The move is now on the Philadelphia 76ers to either literally shit or get off the pot.
Billy, look here. I'm gonna tell you right now. You Terrell Owens that motherfucker. You Barry Sanders that motherfucker. Pay him to sit his ass somewhere on the fucking corner. He end up playing the fucking league again.
They can do that. That is an option available
That's
to
what
them.
I would do.
So
okay,
be
we're
it.
gonna pay you, no problem. Sit your ass in the bench.
So
you would
be
never
it.
play here.
So be it. And to be very, very fair, it sort of kind of seems like that's their MO because that's sort of kind of what they did with Ben Simmons until they found somebody to move him.
Yep.
So be it. If that's what they're gonna do,
like
that's what they're gonna do.
Terrell Owens, we gonna pay your ass to not to be here.
Hey, so be it. Let's get to this last little thing. This is a short joint. Also over the weekend, America, Dwayne Wade, Paul Gasol, Tony Parker, Dirk Nowitzki, and WNBA legend Becky Hammon were admitted to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Now, you heard all of them names.
Yep.
Do you have an issue with any of them making the Hall of Fame?
One.
I already know you. Hold on. I already, before you even say it, America, he is about to tell you that Paul Gasol does not belong in the Hall of Fame. Am I right or wrong?
He don't belong in the Hall of Fame. He don't belong in the fucking Hall of Fame.
I know you all too
He
well.
has done nothing to get in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame's so water fucking down there is unbelievable.
All right, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care about the Hall of Fames. I think there are a bunch of people in the Hall of Fame that don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
In the NFL, I can't say that, but in the NBA, for damn sure.
Am I going to say that Paul Gasol doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame? My official answer to that question is I don't know. And the reason that that's my answer.
Look at that.
Hold on. Listen. The reason that I say I don't know is because I'm not completely sure who is in the Hall of Fame. I'm sure there's probably somebody in the Hall of Fame right now that Paul Gasol has better numbers than.
Probably.
So either Paul Gasol does belong in the Hall of Fame, or neither him nor the person that he's actually ahead of statistically belongs in the Hall of Fame. This is why I really don't subscribe to the notion one way or the other at all. And that goes for football, basketball, and baseball.
Football is more, they're more strict about their Hall of Fame, though. Basketball is named by the baseball. I don't
baseball, they let the writers decide who goes in, and that's
dumb.
Ridiculous to me.
Because you hate somebody,
That Barry Bonds. So that's how that works. But
he should be in the Hall of Fame, ain't he?
No,
he should be.
He should be. Yeah, P. Rose. But that's neither here nor there.
They've been hitting on P. Rose for 30 years.
All right, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that Paul Gasol's career numbers are something like 17 and 10, somewhere around there.
Yep.
How close was that?
17 points, 17 points, 17 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 3.2 assists.
Damn, I'm good. And you say that's not good enough to go into the Hall of Fame?
The only reason he got rings is because of motherfucking Kobe.
Well, about that, he got 2, and I personally believe that he should have been the MVP of one of them.
With the Lakers?
Yes.
You out of your mind.
I do. But is that enough to say that he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
So I'll tell you this. I was looking at some YouTube shorts today. I listed Gilbert Arenas.
Mm-hmm.
And if you gonna say the 2 rings and you believe one was he
now, hold on. Now keep this in mind. I'm not automatically saying that he does belong in the Hall of Fame.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But if you're saying that they looked at the 2 rings and one he should have been MVP, that might have got him Hall of Fame.
I'm not saying that at all.
I'm gonna go here. This is what Gilbert Arenas said, and I agree with him. Totally agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Michael Jordan, as being the greatest of all time, he had 6 fucking years. What about the years before the year happened when he was on them losing teams, putting all them stats? Stats? When it comes to everybody else, them stats don't mean shit. He's on lose teams. But with Michael Jordan, they mean something, huh? 6 fucking years that he had good. That was it. Out of his 20-year career.
Well, hey, Michael Jordan didn't have a 20-year career.
Okay, 14.
Okay,
he left them 3. But only 6 years, and he's the greatest player of all time. Come on, dude.
Now look.
So my point is,
hold on. Let me
2
just
years to get you in the motherfucking Hall of Fame.
Let me just interject something. A, it's not based solely on your championships. That's 1. 2, being the greatest basketball player of all time and being in that conversation, that argument, that's not the same argument that you have for going into the Hall of Fame. Those are 2 separate arguments.
I'm saying though, what I'm saying is they based it on his 2 years that he had with one of the championships.
Who is
Paul
they?
Gasol. Who picks to go to Hall of Fame? Who picks it?
But see, I'm saying that they didn't. I hope they didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't just base it on those 2 years, 09 and 2010, when they won the actual championship. I'm sure it was much more than that. I'm sure that his career with Memphis prior to going to LA, I'm sure that did factor. It had to have factored into his induction, because his numbers were better when he was in Memphis. So I'm sure that him being rookie of the year in 2002 has something to do with it. It's not just the championships. Can't be. It simply can't be.
Questions though. Huh? Next question. I just looked this up. I'm not sure what the answer is. How many rings Robert already got?
7, right?
Yeah. Was Robert already as an accomplished player as Paul Gasol?
No.
What?
No. No, he's not. He definitely has rings. He's not as an accomplished a player as Paul Gasol. No. At all. I don't even think that Robert Horry averaged 10 points a game for his career.
He averaged 10 points a game for his career.
On the nose.
On the nose.
Okay. I'm good.
But he averaged.
I know you're not sitting here like trying to compare numbers.
I'm saying this. I don't know what the criteria for the Hall of Fame in NBA is.
And I think it's a sliding scale.
I'm trying to look at it.
That's why I don't really pay attention to it. I don't care one way or the other.
So I'm like, that's what but you look. I just look at when I look at Hall of Fame persons, I think of some of the elite players, and then there's the right below the elite that just didn't have enough. And Paul Gasol ain't in that cup for me.
Cool. I'm not dying on that hill. But that being said, what if you had to set the criteria for a basketball player getting into the Hall of Fame?
You don't want that,
but I do. What is the criteria?
I'm gonna base my criteria on numbers. Based on
the numbers.
20 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, somewhere around that area. A 2010 guy. If you wasn't a great scorer, you got to at least be a 25, 30 rebounder, something like that.
25 to 30 rebounds.
You got to be a Dennis Rodman, something like that.
Do you know how many rebounds Dennis Rodman averaged for his career?
15.
No.
What was it?
I think it was something like 13. No, it might have been about 15.
15.
Might have been about 15, but that's not 25 to 30.
I'm just saying.
Average under 10 points a game.
Yeah, he is. Is he Hall of Fame though? I don't know.
Yes. Yes,
sure
he is.
He pays way in?
Huh?
Then.
But
I think one like an iconic guy.
So
somebody who's made a difference in the league. Like the preview name, Dwayne Wade. Come on now. Dirk Nowitzki. Come on now. Becky Ham. You put Paul Gasol with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dwayne Wade. He ain't on none of them levels. He ain't on none of them levels.
You know what's funny? Here's what's funny. Once again, I don't care one way or the other about the Hall of Fame. It seems sort of nonsensical to me. But if out of those 5, well, Becky Hammond, forget about it. She and period. Don't even have to discuss
He's
that.
Done way too much and
right.
accomplished way too fucking much.
Dirk, don't have to worry about it. Flash, don't have to worry about it. Walking in, first ballot. I get what you're saying. Paul, questionable. But if I had to pick out of any of them, excluding the rings, I'm looking at
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Oh, come on, dude.
You're the one that said you want to talk about numbers.
It should be about numbers.
So for point guard, what are your numbers supposed to be to get into the hall?
Your point guard should have a higher assist number than fucking scoring. Because your job is to facilitate everybody else in the game.
Well, hey, that ain't Tony Parker. So
he got at least eight assists per game per career then. Career-wise.
I wouldn't think so. but I know I think for his career, he is somewhere, and I'm spitballing, I'm guessing without looking, I'm going to say he was probably somewhere around a 15-8 guy.
Possible. I don't think
it's not.
I don't think he scored that much, though.
Hold on. About 14 to 15 a game and about 8 assists, somewhere around there. Now, comparatively speaking, is Isaiah Hall of Famer? Isaiah Thomas.
Which one? Detroit?
Yes.
No doubt, dude. What are you talking about?
No doubt.
Questions about that.
No doubt. No doubt. 19-9, almost 19-10.
Yeah.
For his career. Versus 15-8. So what's the baseline? And you can
I think
forward, small forward, power forward,
has own numbers. Yeah.
So point guard. What's the baseline?
You gotta have a lot of assists, man. Your job is to facilitate. Give
me you said numbers.
I don't put scoring on the point guard.
Okay, so give me the numbers.
Point guard, I say about, I'm gonna say 15 points. You're a smaller guy, so I'm saying like at least 5-6 rebounds and at least 10 assists. You gotta have at least 10 assists. At least 10 average since his career.
Do you know how many Hall of Famers you just X'd out?
They probably shouldn't be that
just
shit.
Saying. All right, shooting guards.
Whew, man, you a scorer. Your job is to score as a shooting guard. I'm gonna say 20 a game. Cause you depend on you to score 20 a game. Your rebounds should be comparable, satisfactory. 6 rebounds a game at least. Assists, you probably ain't gonna pass the ball much. You supposed to shoot. I'll get at least 4 assists, 5 assists a game.
Okay, we're gonna go back and watch this tape later, and I want you to know how ridiculous this sounds because you Xing the shit out of you. By the time you're done, it's literally gonna be like 12 motherfuckers in the Hall of Fame.
That's not true.
But all right, small forward.
Small forward. Whew, man. Who is a dominant small forward? I'm thinking it's a dominant small forward. Pippen wasn't a dominant small forward. Nah, he wasn't dominant like that.
Was he?
I say he wasn't dominant like that.
Okay. Nah. Well, he's in the Hall of Fame just for the record.
He is.
Dominique Wilkins was a small forward.
Oh shit, man.